something that this came out a few days ago, or like a day ago, is that I don't know if you've seen it yet. It's the MacBook Neo.
Yes.
So MacBook Air. It's essentially like Apple's like budget line, and I don't know if you noticed lately. Okay, so full disclaimer, I prefer Apple over Android, mainly because my experiences with Android are it's hit or miss. Like for the past 10 years, I would switch between which operating system every 2 years. Apple just works the best for me. It's simplistic, I know. It's pricier, I know, but I can rely on it more than I've been able to rely on Android. And I don't do anything crazy. Just text, calls, surf the web, and take
Hmm.
pictures and check emails. That's all I need. You know what I mean? But just for some reason, my luck with Android devices just it's not good. It's always hit or miss. However, that being said, as I stated, Apple devices are usually known for being on the pricier side. Like, for example, the MacBook Air, which is kind of like from what I've seen, the Neo is like the budget version of the Air. The MacBook Air
Yes.
has always been above $1,000. Now, granted, since 2008, it's gone down from nearly what's it called, almost 2,000, and now it's like $1,200. So it's gone down for sure, but it's always hovered 1,000. They're that's their MacBook Air. That's kind of like, at least in my opinion, that's like their flagship for their laptops. Same thing with their phones. Generally, their phones are about $800 to $1,200. I don't know much about the Mac stations or whatever, but recently, especially a couple years, for the past couple years for phones, they've had like their budget versions. I think they call them like their SE versions, where they're not as powerful, but it's still
Hmm.
it's the iPhone 16. It's you've got the 16. You know what I mean? But it's the budget option, and it looks like the uh, the MacBook Neo is going to be their budget option for their laptops, which to me is kind of telling. It takes one of two directions for me. A, the one I think is least likely. Windows devices have slowly, at least from the laptops I look at, because I like looking at laptops, like they're getting more expensive without providing that much more extra. You know what I mean? Because people used to flock to Windows because Apple was expensive. Apple was the premium. Not granted, there were premium Windows laptops for sure, but if you need a cheap laptop for school,
Hmm.
you went to Chrome or Windows. But these laptops are getting more expensive, not providing as much as they used to. You know what I mean? Like the generational increases don't reflect the generational leaps in prices. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And this is generally. So the first theory is that Apple is trying to get in on that market. They see that and like, oh, people are not happy with Windows. Let's create a budget version to take those customers. I don't think that's the likely outcome reason, but it is a reason that could be true. Now, what I think Apple is seeing where the economy is going. People can't afford houses. People are struggling to pay their mortgages. Credit card defaults are at an all-time high. Loan defaults are an all-time well, not defaults, but like not being paid back on time loans. Payday loans are on the rise. People can't pay back their college debts. I already stated they can't buy a house. People are taking out money to pay for rent. Who's gonna buy $1,200 laptop? Which again, Apple fanboy, well not really fanboy, but Apple guy here. It doesn't do that much more than a standard Windows. You know what I mean? For
Mm.
an extra couple $100. I mean, there's a grant. I know Apple laptops are known for like their privacy and security kind of stuff because I don't know, but I think what's happening is they realize people aren't going to pay $1,200 for a laptop. So let's obviously lower some of the specs, but let's give a budget option.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To create
Yep.
that demand there. Because
Yep.
again, they do it with the phones. They've been doing it with the phones for the past at least 6 years. It's always like the iPhone. Let's say at the time, it's the iPhone 15s are coming out, but then there's the iPhone SE, which is like now though. Let's say the iPhone 15 is $1,000. The iPhone SE would be like 500. So you get the iPhone 15 title without the price tag. So you get more people. Now, I say that because my mom was one of them. Now, granted, she doesn't care. It's a cheap phone. But still, it's a cheap phone. You are now grabbing the market because less people are reaching up for expensive stuff. So now Apple, in order to sell products, they have to push their ceiling lower so that people can at least reach and grab it. You know what I mean? That's what I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your classic K-shaped market.
Naturally, yeah. So, well, we talked about it last Sunday. What was that curve we keep talking about? The
The Laffer curve,
the Laffer curve,
or
like
the
at a
one to the
certain
left.
yeah. So that's what, man. That's what I think. I think it's almost like I'm not saying this is a thing, but like it to me this is what's it called, the Big Mac index.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, because something's happening with this product here, it kind of reflects what the market's actually feeling. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, Apple makes a cheaper product because less and less people are able to afford that $1,000 laptop that can do about the same as like a $800 window.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my thoughts. I just thought
Yeah.
I'd bring that up because that seemed kind of interesting. All right. Anything you want to add?
No, I think pretty much everything on the new Apple laptop has been said.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you made it this far, thanks for watching or listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.